more than one way to perfectly cook a steak, and today I'm taking a page out of two ancient Asian playbooks, Chinese hot pot and Japanese shabu shabu. Join me right here at the kitchen counter today while I show you how to make my Asian hot pot style sliders with honey sesame broccoli slaw. Over the years, you've no doubt got a glimpse of this unique piece of equipment on camera. It's a Chinese hot pot. It's real similar to a Japanese shabu shabu pot too. In the case of both of these meals, a hot pot of simmering broth is brought to the table, along with a few plates of thinly sliced raw meats and vegetables. Everybody picks up their food and cooks their own dinner. In Japanese, shabu shabu actually means swish swish. If you don't have a fancy hot pot, worry not. I'm going to show you how to cook hot pot style in my electric skillet today. In case you haven't tried it, broccoli slaw is a great time-saving ingredient. It contains three high-quality ingredients too: broccoli, carrots, and red cabbage. It's really crunchy, really good. All this slaw mix needs is an Asian dressing, and my favorite is honey sesame dressing. I've got a 1/4 cup of vegetable oil, a 1/4 cup of rice vinegar, 2 tablespoons of honey, a tablespoon of seasoning soy sauce, and a tablespoon of sesame oil. I'm going to shake this all together, and I'm going to pour all of it over the top of this slaw. This makes exactly the right amount for 12 ounces, 1 bag of slaw mix. I'm just going to toss this all together. It smells fantastic. I'm just going to cover this with plastic wrap and put it in the refrigerator to marinate, and we're going to get started on our steak. Since I'm making steak sliders today, I'm making a beef broth based stock. But if you wanted to switch from beef to chicken, just substitute chicken broth instead of the beef broth. And I'm going to start with 1 cup of store-bought beef broth. And I'm going to add 3/4 of a cup of soy sauce and a 1/4 cup of Worcestershire sauce, a teaspoon of garlic powder and a teaspoon of ground ginger, 1/2 cup of brown sugar for some nice sweetness, 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil, and 2 tablespoons of sesame oil. I'm just going to stir this all together so that the sugar and the spices all dissolve. And I'm going to set this to the side, and we're going to slice our meat. I've got a 2-pound flank steak, and what I've done is I've sliced it in half lengthwise. And now, in order to get nice little bite-sized pieces, holding my knife at a 30-degree angle, you don't want to slice up and down. You want to slice the beef into 1/8 inch to 1/4 inch slices. This is really easy to do, so don't overthink it. Just take your time and slice away. Slicing this meat across the grain like this makes it really, really tender. Beef's all sliced, now it's time to start cooking. It's time to actually cook our flank steak for our sliders. And I'm going to start by adding all of the seasoned broth to my electric skillet. And I'm also going to add about a tablespoon of a chopped fresh cayenne chili pepper for heat. You can skip that if you're chicken, but I don't suspect that you should do that. I don't suggest you should do that. Now I'm going to turn the heat on this up to about 250 degrees, and I'm going to bring this to a really rapid simmer. Our broth is simmering, and again, it just smells fantastic. I'm adding about a pound of thinly sliced sweet onion. I'm using the Vidalia here today. And now I'm just going to give this a swish. And I'm going to cook the onions just until they're softened, and that's going to take about a minute. Increase the heat to keep it simmering. My onions have been in, I'm going to say about 50, 60 seconds. They're nice and soft. And now I'm just going to start adding my beef to this liquid, to our seasoned broth. And I'm going to let this beef cook, and I'm going to keep stirring it pretty constantly for about 2 to 2.5 minutes. That's all it's going to take. And you don't want to overcook your flank steak because it will get tough. My meat's actually been in for about 3 minutes today. It's just at the point where it's lost almost all of its color, like just slightly pink. So I'm going to turn this off. And I'm, with the aid of my Asian spider, this device is called an Asian spider, and my slotted spoon, I'm going to remove all of the meat and the onions here. Cooked. I'm going to grab my slider rolls, go into the refrigerator, get our slaw, and we're going to eat. In case you haven't noticed, the leaves are falling here in Happy Valley, and it's time to start thinking about entertaining indoors. These sliders are perfect for a tailgate around the TV or a TGIF cocktail party too. And they're also a great excuse to put down that takeout menu and cook a great meal for your family. For these and all of my recipes, just go to my website.